YouTube Live. I am pretty is not a flattering angle. Sorry. I'm just gonna wait a little bit and just make myself crazy, to be honest. And but I kind of wanted to go ahead and actually do this live and morning. So this is quite different. Excuse my I have had a pretty crazy day at work. I'm not going to talk too much about me because let's be honest, we all know like the real reason why we're here. While you're here. So, um, this video, even though I am going to be announcing the binder winners, there's going to be two winners. Again, this is going to be for a GC2B binder, any size. I always want to say like any topping, like pizza, sorry. But any size, any color, half or full, worldwide. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to be announcing these winners, and I didn't pick them. I gave my wife the opportunity to pick them randomly, so I don't even know who the winners are. I have them on a piece of paper right over here. But I wanted to go ahead and also do, which I thought was pretty important, was for those of you that know, I've been going through a lot of kind of shit at the beginning and the end of last year, beginning of this year, whatever. And I've been kind of trying to like reflect a lot. So I really wanted to incorporate advice that you would give yourself when you were younger. And I had a lot of people, I had more people than I thought, like actually, that shared their response. And I wanted to go ahead and give those people a shout out that because it's super important. So I have it here on the computer, and I'm actually going to just be reading straight from it. So if I'm not looking at you, that's why. And if you're not one of these people, and you do have some kind of advice for your younger self, please go ahead and comment it below. I think it's really important that we talk about the positives in our life, even though we are more so inclined to talk about the negatives in our life because it's just easier that way. Sorry, coffee. So let's start with me. A piece of advice that I would like to give my younger self is everything that you need is right in front of you. Be patient and trust your gut and your intuition because it's right, to be honest. So some of these are kind of long. I'm not. I wanted to make sure that everyone was included. So, but before I go ahead and I start reading these, if you do win a binder, if I call your username, make sure that you contact me as soon as you can. If not, I'm going to be letting the other people that my wife picked know. So there's two binders for January. Remember, if you're not one of the chosen ones, no worries. There is still time for next month. I'm going to be doing two every month, okay? So there's no worries. Please don't be discouraged if you don't win. There's still an opportunity, and I'm going to make it easy like I did for this month for those people that aren't out to their family. So advice that you could give younger you. These are from my Facebook page, so I'm just gonna read them. If me on Instagram, on Facebook, on any kind of social media. So, oh, it just like connected. Is everyone still like disconnected for a second? That was pretty wild. Anyways, so advice that you could give your younger self. Russell said, this one I'm wrong. Sorry about it, but it's all pretty good. Don't ever feel like. Okay, that was weird. I just had some weird connection problems for some reason, so I just got off my Wi-Fi. So hopefully it's all Gucci. I never have this problem because I never go live. So I'm gonna try this again. Russell said, don't ever feel like you've had to settle with transphobic people as your friends. No matter how long you've known them, don't ever feel like you have to settle with them. Sometimes you need to let people go. So fucking true. You'll find new friends, better friends. Surround yourself with people who make you feel safe and loved. Yes, there will be days when you might miss your old friends once in a while, but it's a sacrifice worth making. It's vital to guard your mental health like a precious jewel. That is so flippin' true. Rizu said, and sorry if I mispronounce anyone's names, don't be afraid to call people out on their BS. Truth. Svet said, I like this one. Hey, kid. Truth. Transgender men do exist and are valid. They are not, quote, butch lesbians and may not be butch at all. Regardless of what you keep seeing, very rarely, if at all, in the papers, online, or on TV, you don't have to wait until you are a naturalized citizen and own a place of your own to start exploring what makes you uncomfortable and what makes you happy. A significant reason why you've been avoiding your native tongue in favor of English all your life is because it's so extremely gender binary. Interesting. Once you figure out what once you figure that out, a flip side of your kryptonite will also become your superpower. You'll find yourself later in life. It's okay. It will only get better. My dog is sitting right here, and I wish I could just like scroll down because you're so cute, but you don't jump up, which is good. Smokey said, don't be so suicidal. Really find your true self instead of following the crew and drowning in depression. Love people that love you and stop doing so much for people that wouldn't do it back. Most importantly, love yourself. I feel like that's so true. A lot of times we focus on other people unintentionally instead of ourselves, and it's really important to focus on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your body, your mental state. And if you didn't see this post and you still want to partake in it, don't worry. All you have to do is just comment below any piece of advice that you would give yourself. And the winners are like hidden in there somewhere. Sorry, my wife did that. Sherry said, have the self-confidence to know I could make it on my own in early years without having to depend on someone else and marry at 18. That is so fucking true. I feel like we are so quick to be with someone, and once we think they love us, we will do anything for them. And sometimes that love isn't real. Jax said, you are Jax. Don't hold yourself back from being Jax. Love yourself before you love anyone else. Truth. Harris said, this one's kind of long, sorry y'all. Embrace failure. Those are the moments that get you to the next chapter quicker. Embrace pain, disappointment, and things that are not meant to be. You need all of those experiences more than you could ever imagine. Things get better and better after each time because you get better and better at dealing with life. Value those disappointments like you value your achievements. A part of your life doesn't have to be beautiful for you to honor and acknowledge it. Don't be ashamed about anything. You're not a performing monkey, so stop treating yourself as one. That is such a great, that's so great. Like, I love this, and I love all of you, like, so much. Lily said, it's better to have people in your life who love you for you than pretending you're someone you're not out of the fear of being disliked or thrown away. I feel like I'm on the same wavelength with all of y'all. Emery said, keep going, always keep going. Evan, don't give up just because someone told you you can't amount to something. Listening to that person will only lead to pain in the future. Ignore it, block it out. Don't waste your time dwelling on the words that are said to you. Christian said, you're worth more than you are made to believe. Keep your head up, kiddo. You've got a lot of adults to prove wrong. I love that too. And I know I'm saying that I do love it, but I genuinely do like love all this so much. Liam, it's okay to not have everything together. You don't have to be perfect. You'll get there eventually. And there are so many people out there who will love you for you and not force you to be miserable. Thor said to always be yourself. Don't hide behind an act for 20 years. Yes. Or in my case, 27. To avoid being bullied for being different, because when you do finally decide to stop hiding it, it hurts to find people loved that, it hurts to find people loved the act rather than you, which means the fake person, basically. Being different is an uphill battle, but it can be so rewarding in the end. You find the people who love you for you. And remember, I love all y'all for you. Andrea said, done is better than perfect. Half-ass that paper and turn it in. Spend 5 minutes cleaning, even though it won't make everything clean. Say the kind thing that you thought about someone to them instead of holding it inside. Fearing imperfection is a passport to failure. Do it imperfectly, but do it. I love that also because it's so true. Life is so short. Tomorrow is not promised. We know this. And the world is so cruel. So it's important to be kind to everyone. If you have that small little glimmer of something positive, just share it. I mean, I know nowadays it seems like vulnerability is a weakness. There's like a stigma with it, but it's not. It is fucking strength, and we are superheroes because of it. Chelsea said, mental illness does not define you. You are more than that, and asking for help is okay. Yes, asking for help is not a bad thing. Asking for help is okay. People will still love you, and they won't look down on you. And it's just this mental like battle. Okay, I'm gonna stop commenting on everyone so we can get through this because we're like halfway through there. Sage said, it's not your fault. I can't tell you your life will get better, but I can tell you that the pain you go through every day will make you stronger. You will be amazing with helping others because you can relate to so much. Many people need you. Pull through the pain and don't give up. You might just be the reason someone doesn't because you have been there before. Be you. Do the best you can with everything you are. Scotty said, I know you're sorry, this isn't funny, but I just like it took me back to like when I was getting bullied all the time. I know you are being brutally bullied at school, but one day you'll actually be a little bit popular and have wonderful friends who will never hurt you. Can you believe that? Remember that no matter how mean they will be and how much they'll hurt you, you will get through it. And in the end, it'll make you become one of those people who stands up for others. Continue to be who you are always, regardless of how much others hate you and don't understand you. It's their bigotry. That one goes a little bit more, but I'm not gonna keep going. Lincoln said, one piece of advice I would tell my younger self is that no matter how you feel, you will always be loved by your family, even though they don't know the real you. Okay. Some family supportive, some's not. So, all right. Candace said, get away and stay away. Don't look back. Sean said, they aren't right. You aren't a waste of space. The things you like doing aren't worthless. Don't give up on your dreams because they do mean something. Don't simply settle for what's easy or expected. Your dreams are worth the struggle to achieve. Truth. Brooklyn said, take up spiritual healing. Don't be so quick to invest all your time and energy to people that don't invest the same time and energy in you. God, if that is not a fucking mood. Killian, heal yourself if you want to heal others. Your healing is sacred. By the way, all these people, I got their permission to use their names and share their comments. I'm not just like outing random people. Not random people, but you know what I mean. This is all on a Facebook post from like 2 weeks ago. Sorry, out of breath, altitude. I'm probably gonna butcher your name, I'm sorry. Stibon said, your parents rescinding their approval of you won't be the end of the world. You can be yourself and be happy. That's so true. I feel like we feel obligated to be a person that we're not really because of our family and because of our parents. I was guilty of it for 2.5 decades. And you know what? It's just the only problem within it is yourself. You're the one who's carrying that baggage. You're the one who's dealing with all that guilt, those terrible feelings. And at the end of the day, all you can do is be true to you. I mean, your family is going to be, they're either going to be there or they're not. And if they're not, guess what? I'm here and I'm your new family. I'll be your dad. I'll be your brother. Call me whatever. I got this. We got this. Evan said, question absolutely everything. So much of my life went on unnecessarily because everyone acted like things were supposed to be the way they were. And it turns out they weren't. It's true. Christopher said, don't believe what anyone else says about you. You know who you are, and your differences may make life harder, but they'll always make it more rewarding. Don't waste time on people who think your differences make you wrong because your differences are what make you special, and the right ones will love you, the real you, if you're brave enough to be authentic. Hold on, I gotta let my dog out. All right, go ahead. Go play in the snow. Home stretch, y'all. Adam said, don't wait to pursue every dream. Time will move faster than you can imagine. Take a risk and go to art school. Transition as soon as you can, even though the medical science in the 1990s is hard to access, expensive as hell, and is only available in select cities. So you'll have to go there if you want to really be who you are. I would also say, don't settle. This is the biggest also piece of advice I wish I could have given myself. Don't get into relationships that are codependent as hell just because you think you'll never find anyone else who will love you or accept you. Stay single. Be aware that you are demisexual. Don't confuse sex with love. Just build your life and make lots of art. Find your career path. Make friends. And get involved in the community. Be fulfilled. Be happy. You really do deserve it. And we do all deserve it. We really do deserve it. Like, and sometimes our 5 years, our 10 years, our 20 years, whatever the fuck our milestone goals are, have you ever gotten to that point in time and are like, why am I not happy? Because that's what happened to me. If you didn't know, like, that's how I came out, because I achieved my 1 year, my 5 year, my goal with my ex-fiance, and for some reason I realized, why am I not happy? I'm accomplishing everything that is supposed to make me successful. Haha, turns out you're trans. Talking to myself. Abe said, it's not your fault. You aren't bad for the way you feel. I repeat, you aren't bad. Hang in there. The resources aren't available to you now, but they will be. One day you will dance freely among others who share the same feelings as you, and it will be a space you forever get to have for yourself. True. Mickey said, hey kid, you're gay. Drew, come out as soon as you can and don't live in a shell of something and someone you are not. Be proud of who you are, even if others aren't willing to. Ongoing theme, huh? Mac said, don't sacrifice your own happiness and comfort to appease someone else. You have to live life for you. Vic said, even though everyone else seems to be against you and you don't really want to be alive, you will reach your goals on your own. Keep pushing and don't let the negativity bring you down. Extra shout out for you, because I know you said you wanted a shout out. Vic Prince. Caleb, stop living your life how people expect you to. Live for yourself, not for your parents, and don't be afraid to take up space in the LGBTQ community. You deserve to be happy there too. Home stretch, y'all. Almost there. It's very important for me to share those that people wanted to share, because my dog didn't like that. Okay. Because we are all together in the community, and sometimes, at least me back when, I felt so isolated, like I didn't have anyone, and it's very important for me. As you know, I respond to every single message, comment everything, even the haterade ones. It is what it is. Alexis, not be afraid to be yourself. People are going to judge you no matter what, so do what makes you happy and please yourself before anyone else. Also, always trust your gut. Just do you. Hayden said that all the pain and difficulties you feel now will fuel you to become a helper and a healer. Never forget where you came from, and remember, be who you needed. You'll end up giving hope to others. It's worth everything you've endured. Sarah said, don't care about those assholes. You have the right to explore your sexuality, and you fucking do. You have the right to give a name to your sexual orientation and gender identity. Don't be ashamed of yourself. Don't be ashamed of your identity. Those assholes won't understand you anyways. Just enjoy the ride. Truth. Amelia, no matter what your depression, anxiety are telling you, you're not a burden. You are not ugly. You are not bothering anyone, and you really aren't. You are not. When you want to talk about it, it's okay to be broken. Last time I saw a broken crayon still colored. Yeah. Truth. Rosie, trust intuition the first time and join the Air Force. Interesting. Okay. Marvel, I know you're angry, scared, confused. You feel stupid because you don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, I feel that, like, right here. Oh, feel it right here. You're feeling all of it because you are a man. I know everyone around you doesn't see it yet, but give it time. Things will start to click. Cecilia, just because you feel too privileged, sheltered, and you use this to overlook your anxiety and say that other people have worse, it doesn't mean you don't deserve therapy, which is going to be amazing. And that's so true. We always, like I said, like, focus on other people and put our own needs on the back burner, but shit happens. Life happens. People suck in the world. And you have to always just put yourself fucking forward. Aiden, you don't need other people's approval to validate yourself. Ellis, it's not your responsibility to make everyone else happy while you suffer. Al said, you don't need to impress anyone but yourself. Go with your gut. Don't do things you don't want to do. You're amazing. And you're way better than anyone who says otherwise. Almost there, y'all. Conrad, hey, young teenage me. Your fascination with looking up trans guys' pictures and YouTube videos isn't just because you find it interesting how much testosterone works. It's because you're actually a trans guy. Don't be afraid to come out as transition. Oh, and by the way, non-binary genders do exist, and learning that is what helps you realize you're a non-binary trans guy specifically. Yes. Jackson said, would tell them not to be scared of who they are and to be themselves. Never try to fit in with the girls when you know yourself something ain't right. Never listen to the people who bully you because you are one of the strong humans with great future ahead of you. Okay. There's a couple left, but I'm going to give you the binder winners right now because I've been going on for a bit. I'm actually going to drink some coffee. So, how's your day going? Wow, this is actually being a lot longer than I thought it would be. But like I said, I like to shout out those people. It's very important that we talk together in the community. So like I said, these are the winners for January, and there's going to be 2 winners. Once you hear your username, all you have to do is contact me, tell me what you want, obviously give me your address, and I don't send it out, GC2B sends it out. And basically what's going to happen after this is that if you don't if these people don't claim their prize, I'm going to then contact 2 other people and whichever. And as for next month, February, I have actually, I wasn't going to say anything, but I am actually teaming up with a non-binary person in the community who is very, very awesome, and they're going to be my Valentine this year, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil it right now. But we are hosting, I'm still going to give away 2 GC2B binders. They're going to be giving away, I believe, 2 binders also, and they're giving away, I believe, some packing underwear too. So we're kind of teaming up together to put this whole thing together, and that is going to be posted next week. So it's going to be a huge bundle for February just to celebrate Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is kind of like overrated, to be honest. Anyway, so the 2 January winners, after I announce these winners, you can't go though. There's still some more advice. So I know like y'all are going to dip, but only a couple more. Okay. And I didn't pick these. My wife did. And also, sorry if I butcher them. So the first one is, drum roll. That's the most fucked up drum if I've ever heard one. Hippie Jesus. Congratulations. You won a binder. And hit me up so you can claim it. And instead of doing the second one right now, sorry, I'm going to read all the other stuff. There's only 4 or 5. Okay, Wade said, acceptance is in our hearts. Acceptance in our hearts is our own reward. Tristan, I know you don't think you'll make it to 18, but you will. Plan for your future even if you're not going to have it. I relate to that like a lot. Like I didn't think I'd make it past 18, to be honest. Soraya, don't be afraid of different. You will interact with so many kinds of people that will allow you to gain a wide perspective and understanding. So make sure you're open and unafraid to be wrong, sometimes in the face of different. Roman said, the people who tear you down for being yourself are projecting their own shame onto you. Yes, all of them. Even, especially, oh, I love this, the ones you love the most. The ones that hold you up, draw you out of your fear, and celebrate your successes are the ones who will lead you back to yourself when you're lost. Be patient with yourself. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Galab? I'm sorry. Ivy's mom. That's how I know you. I'm sorry. Ivy reminds me constantly that I need to, quote, do me and stop letting fears get to me. Janelle said, I know times are tough now and that you feel like life is over, but things are only the beginning. You'll get stronger because of this. You'll get wiser because of this. Only 3 more until the second winner is announced. Sharon, you will be loved in spite of feeling unloved. Don't rush it. Ryan, you're not weird. You're valid. Don't let people make you feel bad for things you can't control. And Boogie, Adrian, said, don't be scared. Everyone is going through their own shit and nobody is worried about you. So don't worry about everyone else and what they think. They don't pay your rent or bills. They're not important. All right, y'all. So like I said, the first winner was, well, first, thanks for being patient and listening to all the other people in our community and the advice that they would give their younger self. I feel like that's important to reflect, to go upon, and just make our community better, right? So like I said, the first winner was Hippie Jesus. And the second winner now is So Pole Feet. Yes. Congratulations. You won a binder from GC2B. So if you are one of those two people, hit me up. Any platform. I don't care. And I will spell them out just to make sure. Hippie Jesus, it's kind of just spelled out. Hippie, Jesus, Jesus. And then So Pole Feet is SO space POL space FEET. Congratulations. So if you did not win, please don't feel discouraged. Like I said, if these people do not claim it, I have other people and I will be contacting you out. I'll either be reaching out on YouTube comments or on Instagram because a lot of y'all sent me the proof, which I really appreciated. It just made it a little bit easier. And if not, remember that not only am I giving away the regular 2, we're doing a bundle with a wonderful individual who I am not going to say right now. So it's actually going to be like giving away 4 for February. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to win. And if you don't want to participate, you can always share it to someone else. Or every single month this year, I'm going to be giving away 2. So there's plenty of opportunities. So don't feel discouraged. I love all y'all, and I'm happy that you're in my life. So I never do this YouTube live thing. I'm just going to kind of hang out for a little bit and see if anyone wants to chat, because I have some of y'all here. If any of you want to ask me any specific questions that you have, because this is in real life time right now, and my wife doesn't get out of work for like another 10 minutes. So yeah, how's it going? How's your day going? Maybe I'll do this live thing more. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm pretty terrible at social media, to be honest. I wish I could comment and like type, honestly. Or maybe I should just show my dog. Tanner. He's like, nope. All right, so who is still on here? I see the numbers like slowly decreasing right now. Which 13 of you are here? But so next month, like I said, it's going to be, I really shouldn't be talking about it right now, but next month I'm doing a double giveaway with an amazing individual. And so most of my videos for next month are going to be talking about it. Because like I said, it's going to be 4 binders and then some packing underwear and a couple of other things. And I'm still going to put out a book review for next month as well. And I have a list already of all the different books that I'm working on right now for this month too. So I really wanted to originally have a video where I'm talking about the book and the review, but since a lot of my videos aren't edited, that's kind of like risky, honestly. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with it anyways. And what I really wanted to do was also just post some kind of article, like write something up with a more detailed review. But honestly, that's so hard to do because, let's be honest, people on the internet aren't kind, and I'm not an English major. I'm just a normal fucking person giving my opinion. And really the biggest reason why the book reviews are important to me is because when I first came out, not first came out, because when I first came out, I came out as gay like fucking a long ass time ago. But when I came out as trans or was thinking about trans or knew something was different, I basically was looking for resources. And if you are like me, try to Google it online, and guess what? Nothing fucking comes up. So it was really hard for me to find those resources. I even went to like a couple bookstores and looked for the LGBTQ like section, and like some of them didn't have any. And this was in Florida. This was in Orlando, like in Florida, where there's shit everywhere, right? And I had such a difficult time, and I didn't want to ask anyone because I didn't want people to know. And I didn't know myself. So like, I didn't want to like talk to people. I don't know. I just had a lot of anxiety, and I obviously didn't look how I do now. And it was just very difficult. So I had even tried to like Google books, and I'm like, where the fuck do I start? Like, how do you solve a problem or ask questions if you don't even know what questions to ask? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Like, you really can't. And I looked up a couple YouTube, not YouTube, kind of, but they just threw me off, honestly. But I looked up a couple different books and stuff, and I couldn't find shit. I found like these big, like, gaudy textbooks and stuff, and it was just so fucking hard. And then I found I knew like one trans person in real life, which she doesn't even talk to me, but whatever. And she like I was asking her, and it was like I was pulling teeth. And I'm like, I just want to know, because like coming out is so permanent. Like I feel like once you come out, like you have to be 100% sure. Like that's just the pressure that I felt with it. I was like, I have to know, because if I don't know, and then I tell these people, and then what if it changes, and what about this, and like all this fucking worry, or like what if I start hormones, and then like they don't, I change my mind, and it just like all this shit, you know. So it's taken me about 2 years to get a good list of books and resources that I can trust. And the difference, I guess maybe not difference, but the thing with me as a quote YouTuber or social media person is that I don't recommend shit unless I agree with it. So like a lot of y'all wanted to know like who my top surgeon was. Didn't tell you because it was a terrible experience. A lot of y'all wanted to know who some of my old doctors were. Didn't tell you because they treated me like shit. And they said that treating trans people was a privilege. And I do that because I know that me being me, how I was back in the past, and honestly now, sometimes when you're desperate to do things and you need it, you'll do whatever you can. And sometimes that really jeopardizes your health, your physical, your mental well being. And it's not good. You know, sometimes we jump into things without really even knowing. And it's kind of a double edged sword because you can't really realize what you're going through without going through it. I mean, it's just like a wild ride. So I like to recommend things that I 100% agree with. I'm not just going to spew bullshit. I mean, half the time maybe, but like just for hearing myself talk. My voice is annoying. I'm not going to make y'all go through it. I'm going to be 100% and back up. That's the same thing with people I follow. Um, yeah, YouTubers or not or whatever, and it's just how I am. I try to have this as a different approach. I try to make this more personal. I feel like you and I, like, we're buddies. Like we could go hang out. We can go grab lunch, grab coffee, whatever, tea, I don't know, go eat, go do something and just chill. It's nothing different. And if I had someone similar and willing, like myself, honestly, not to like be like that, but when I was coming out, it would have been a lot easier because when I decided and was coming to terms with being trans, the only people that I knew in real life who I didn't really feel comfortable coming out to them because I wasn't close to them, but I didn't have anyone else. And those people were really quick to shut me down. You know, they were really quick to invalidate me, really quick to say a lot of things. And it really made me feel more isolated. So I just stopped talking to people in the community. And don't go on Tumblr. Do not go on Tumblr. Like, it's more like the LGBTQ plus like community is more like segregated, like online. And it was really discouraging and it was terrible because I had just sucked up all my pride and my feelings and was completely vulnerable and came out to my wife, which if you haven't seen, like it was a pretty crazy thing, especially after coming out to my ex who was transphobic, like a bunch of fucking shit. Um, and it was really difficult to come out to someone and try to ask for help, and then those people just shit like all over you, and you're all, it's like, why kick you when you're down? So that's just a reason why, like, I do things how I do. And like my wife even asked me, she's like, do you really respond to like all those comments? Do you really respond to like all those messages? And I'm like, yes, like I literally do. You never know when someone needs you more than that you don't know. Like, you never know. I've been so close. Like, I've been through so many like suicidal situations, and I've had someone that I don't even know that has made a difference just by being there. And if I can help anyone by just being here and just being me, I mean, yeah, it's cool to be able to get out binders and like genuinely help people, like physically and mentally too. But remember that like I'm also an actual person, and if you need anything at all, like I'm here. Like, please don't feel like how the internet has made us to not want to ask questions or feel like you're a burden on someone, because you're not. And you're not going to be able to go through like your exploration of your sexuality or your gender without talking it through with someone. And you can talk to someone and talk through an open conversation and realize, hey, that's not for me. And you're still valid. You're still able to explore those feelings. Whereas sometimes in the community, people are quick to, how do I say this without calling anyone out? People are quick to say, hey, I think I'm trans, and then realize I'm not. And then those people are just like, who are in the community, they're just terrible to you, and they make you feel like you wasted their time and that you're invalid. And that's not what a community is about. We are here to help rebuild a better community and a better future, really, for future generations. So that's my little soft serve like thing. And I hope that everyone has a great day, a great evening, a great weekend. I've had a really shitty week at work, and I've had a lot of stuff. This year has actually started off pretty fucked up. Excuse my like sailor mouth, to be honest. But I am just like you, and I am putting one foot in front of the other. Tomorrow is not promised. So just be kind to yourself, others too, but more importantly, be kind to yourself. You live with yourself for the rest of your life. Chances are what you're feeling is 100% valid. That's my TED talk, my Dean talk. Anyways, I'm going to go because this has actually been a really long time, and I came home from work, like rushing home, and just did all this. So I haven't even had a second to myself. But I, from the bottom of my heart and all around this, my heart area, I love you so much. I love you more than you know. And you're probably like, what, stranger? Like, that's kind of weird. Whatever. I don't care. You can call me a weirdo. But I genuinely do. And I do care about you 110%. Don't ever feel like you're a burden, because you are not. If anything, you are more of a hero for talking about it and being vulnerable. And I care about you. And I'll see you later. Make sure that you, if you did not win, that you check out the next giveaways. All right?